guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Happy Sunday, y'all. Okay, we're gonna be talking about a missing mother to be named Misha Johnson. Yeah, she was missing from Hawaii. So we're gonna get into this here. Okay, it said a missing mother to be vanished in Hawaii's island, and now her husband is charged in relate in relations to her presumed death, while her family hopes the public can shed some light on the last moment Misha Johnson was alive. Mhm. A a lover a lover of life and children, Johnson, who was thrilled that she would soon to be a mother herself, her own mother. Frances said she was eager, anticipating the birth of her baby, raising a daughter, doing doing the hair, doing makeup, dressing up. You know how you're the first mother, and evidently she was having a girl. It. She said, "I meant it would be her first mini me." The 19-year-old. Okay, it said human remains found in Wisconsin town where Elijah Van disappeared. A 19-year-old told her mother that at 6 months pregnant, she already had a name picked out. She planned to name her daughter Amari. At her home on on Sherfield Barack, an army base in Hawaii. She was excited about starting this new chapter with her husband, Private First Class Dwayne Arthur Johnson II. Said the couple had a happy marriage, very loving, and they were tied at the hip. They were inseparable, she said. Okay, so now they're saying like, her and her husband was close. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's finish this. I don't know why, a lot of men in the military, you know, I don't know if they don't want to be married, or they get to meet another person in the military and they fall in love with them, and knowing that they have a wife. And I don't know why they think that getting rid of their partner would be so easy. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And she lived on the base, so that's crazy. Okay. Misa Johnson disappears. The part of the part of what made the phone call from Dwayne Johnson to Misha Johnson's family so concerning, she haven't been seen or heard from since July 31st, 2024. Her husband had filed a missing person report, and Andre said they had no reason to think that he was involved with her disappearance. He's been trustworthy to her family, her mother said. Gave him the benefit of doubt. Immediately, friends and family started searching for Misha Johnson. The Army Criminal Investigation Division joined in, offering a $10,000 reward for information that leads to the whereabouts. But no, but not long after Johnson was reported missing, things started to change. hmm Army CID Special Agent Ruben Santiago said Dwayne Johnson interaction raised red flags, y'all. Uh-oh. They talked to him, and they pop was like, boy, you sound crazy right now. He probably wasn't hysterical. He probably wasn't, because, I mean, I know he um reported her missing, but she's pregnant, you know, 6 months pregnant. Like, you can actually have a baby at 6 months. But he probably just wasn't acting the way, a person, wife or husband is missing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They said the remains of missing Oregon nurse found, neighbors arrested. Police. I will say the cooperation coming from him has been very limited. Told you. Santiago said Johnson stopped cooperating with investigators and his wife's family, leaving them blindsided. hmm It was totally complete shock, disbelief. Andrea said he celebrated every milestone and had happiness with us. Joy, I mean, it hit all of us. A week after reporting his wife missing, Johnson was taken into military custody. The Army Council had issued charges related to Misha Johnson's disappearance. While the Army hasn't released the exact details, they said the nature of the changes are providing false official statements, obstruction of justice, and producing and distribution of child abuse images. Oh my goodness. He had children on his phone. Serious? That's why you gotta check their background, like, for real. Like, that's crazy. Like, what you doing right now? Like, you got a whole wife and he's young. So this is so crazy. He's a young man and he's a pervert at a young age. Like, this is crazy. Oh my God. He been like that though. She just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Even though her family and them felt like, they was good, they was good together and all that stuff there. But for them to find that type of material on his phone is bananas. Scrollfield Barracks is home to nearly 100,000 active and retired members of the military and their families. Natalie Tuco had lived there for a decade with her husband. She spoke exclusively to News Nation advocate Cole in Hawaii and said, crime has been getting worse in recent years. I don't know where it's at, but it don't seem like it's a good place. She said she been living there for a long time. Like, I never heard about this level of domestic violence and homicide as we have since been stationed here. Tuco said. Santiago said there was no prior reports of domestic violence between Johnson. We looked at this. We don't have anything that stands out as problematic to us, he said. But he said that is why the Army is asking for the public help putting together a timeline for both Misha and Dwayne Johnson. So they're basically saying, like, when was the last time you seen them two together? You know what I'm saying? Like, search for Misha Johnson still take place nearly every week, even after new information shared with her family led to a heartbreaking conclusion. Investigators believe the public may hold the key to what happened. They're, they're looking specifically at the period between July 12th and August 1st. That's the timeline. Let me show you a picture of her. She pregnant. She looks so happy, y'all. This her pregnant, y'all. She's so happy. Misha Johnson was looking forward to being a mother. Family of Misha Johnson. Let me show you her husband. That's her husband, y'all. Misha Johnson's husband, Dwayne Johnson, has been charged in relations for her disciplined parents, U.S. Army reported. Misha Johnson family believes she is dead. Family of Misha Johnson. They got a lot of pictures of them together. Like, like they would look like they, I ain't gonna lie, look like they were happy. It do, right? It looked like they were happy. They got, okay, so let me. Yeah. The army had detained Dwayne Johnson with no set release date. This is them together again. Johnson family said there was no history problem in her marriage. The Army is seeking the public help in figuring out what happened to Misha, family of Misha Johnson. For now, Dwayne Johnson is in military confinement with no set release date. The Army said more charges could be coming. It's very, very serious concern about the health and welfare. But until we actually have more facts and can say where Misha is, it becomes very difficult for us to draw a conclusion, Santiago said. Andrea said the family feels the loss of her daughter and granddaughter every day. He took 2 people from us, she said. I can no longer make memories with them. But she said her instinct to protect her child are stronger than ever. Allow me, when I pass, that I can look my child in the eye and say, I fought for you. And this is what I did, she said. This is outcome. This is the outcome. I hope you're proud. This is crazy. Like, I don't understand. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. She's a pretty young lady, so she's a very pretty young lady. So Misha and her husband lived on the base in Hawaii. So I'm just saying, like, they look pretty young, you know what I mean? They look really young. Like, when I say young, they look very, very young. So, like I said, when they're young like that, they meet each other, and being that he's in the military, it kind of like when you're in the military, you meet one of your, somebody else in the military, a female, and you get to like them, because I can't, in my mind, say like, what could she have done for you to, hurt her and the baby? That's your first child. That's her first child. I don't know about his, but I know that's her first child. But they both look very, very young. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But they have, I'm going to show you a video from News Nation. You know what I'm saying? Part of it from News Nation. Because they had like the full story on Misha. But, I don't know. And like I said, my heart goes out to the family of Misha, because this shouldn't have happened. This is just really crazy, and I really feel bad. She's a beautiful young lady, and she was so happy, to be a mom for the first time, and this man took this away from her. If you wanted to leave, if Dwayne wanted to leave, just leave. But see, it's different in the Army. You already know that. They don't play that cheating. Excuse me, y'all. They don't play that cheating. None of that. Child support, all that. They don't play that type of games. They very, very strict when it comes to the military. They are very strict. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what could have happened that made Dwayne hurt her. You understand? She's pregnant. My God. She is literally pregnant. Like, what are you doing? But y'all, I'm going to go. I want y'all to see the video. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And have a good day. And I'm going to let y'all see the video. Alright. The video comes from News Nation. So, I'm going to show you the video. Alright, y'all? Alright, let's wait for it.
He's been trustworthy to her, to our family. Why give him the benefit of the doubt?
And for a while, the family did give him the benefit of the doubt, but it wasn't long before their trust was broken and the details in this case began to unravel.
His level of cooperation hasn't been, his level of cooperation has been limited.
Coming up, this case takes a tragic turn. The evidence police found inside the couple's home and where Misha's husband is now. News Nation Law and Justice contributor Jennifer Coffendorfer is standing by. She will join us in a moment to discuss the developments in this case. First, though, several other missing cases that we are currently following. A deer hunter in Wisconsin discovers human remains near the community of Two Rivers. The same town 3-year-old Elijah View disappeared in February. The remains were found on private property. We are still waiting on the medical examiner for a positive ID. They are not saying yet if it is Elijah. This little boy's mother and her boyfriend are both behind bars facing charges of child neglect. Dog the Bounty Hunter is joining in the search for a missing
woman is once again pleading for the public's health. The family has been told that Misha Johnson is likely dead, so finding her body is now a priority. Nikki Schoenfeld follows up.
The mother of Misha Johnson says it's been nearly 2 months since she last saw her. She says on July 11th she was in Kapolei with her daughter and son-in-law, 28-year-old Dwayne Johnson. She spoke to her on the phone the next day. That's also when Misha reportedly told Dwayne's mother about his infidelity. From that point on, the only communication from Misha was via text.
The tone and things changed from the 12th.
In late August, Dwayne Johnson was charged by the U.S. Army Council for providing false statements, obstruction of justice, and the production and distribution of child pornography related to her disappearance.
I truly believe somebody knows something, either about Misha or about Dwayne.
She is frustrated with the lack of information regarding the case, but she hopes private searches, leads, and tips can help lead to her daughter's body.
At least I can do one thing. in my life, that would be to bury my daughter and give her a proper burial. And show her how much I care and love her as a mom. And I can tell her, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I couldn't protect you.
Lead is here. I'm about 2.5 miles from Schofield Barracks off of Kamehameha Highway, just south of Dole Plantation if you're heading towards the North Shore. Several reports came in saying that there was a red Mustang that was parked in this area for a few hours in mid-July. And that's important because that's the exact same car that Dwayne Johnson drives. They're looking for any footage between July 14th and 19th.
There's no indication of what he did from the 14th through the 19th along those timelines. So if the car was there, he may have disposed the body there or did something there.
She says the car is a 2019 red Mustang that had a Hawaii National Park license plate.
Come out, please. Come out, please. I mean, do it anonymously. Give as much details as you can. Call the number. Because I understand that, it's not my business, but it is our business as a community. We have to keep Hawaii safe for not only ourselves, but for those around us.
There is a $10,000 reward for any information regarding Misha's disappearance. Nikki Schoenfeld, KH12 News, working